But we've got another cool deck here today. So this is backup deck. I was just kind of doing some brewing last night, and I remembered how towards the beginning of 1, I really liked the mono-red Capricious Hellraiser Boombust deck. We also trophied with Hellraiser in the Boros Boombust deck. These cards play really well together because you can, buy time early, and then if Hellraiser hits Boombust, you can flashback blast and just have a 4/4 flyer Armageddon. Really, really powerful effect. What's cool about this shell is that there are now 12 red cards that play well with your Indestructible artifact lands. So you have Gleeful Demolition to the 1 mana make 3 1/1s, Cleansing Wildfire, and Boombust. So in this, you don't have to splash a color for Rise and Shine, which stinks, or Soul Artifact, which stinks. You could just be mono red. I like the Bloodsun Lotus Field Shell for Hellraiser. That's definitely another deck too we like, of course. But this version also gets to be lower to the ground. You get to play Ragavan Channeler. You get to play Galvanic Blast and Heat. I think this list is pretty interesting. There's a lot of stuff I'm kind of stuck on. I think my first draft had 10 Indestructible lands. I'm playing 9 right now. That number is kind of interesting. That number could change. I consider Darksteel Citadel, but the problem is Darksteel Citadel stinks in a deck with 20 red 1-mana spells and 3 triple red Capricious Hellraisers. It just doesn't cast enough cards. It casts only 12 cards in your deck. You could play one. I would almost never recommend more than one, but I think you just want them to tap for red. So, and then also your Armageddon is also better in this deck because you have more Indestructible lands too. So we'll see. Yeah, I think you could play exactly one. So the mana base is tough. I'm also playing 5 fetch lands and then 6 mountains, and so you need fetchable targets for Wildfire in your fetches. And so I'm not playing Shinka, I'm not playing Sokazan. I would honestly love to play the 6th fetch land before the first Shinka, first Sokazan. But balancing the mana is kind of tough. 20 lands I think is a good number too. That number could be a little different also. Dapper, if you post a link in the chat, I'd love to take a look. Great, double Wildfire. Good to have the Indestructible land. Easy keep. So if I need to heat on turn 1, I can, and then I can go turn 2 Demolition, tap land. This being a 1-drop is really big. So you can go 1-drop creature, removal spell into tap land Demolition, and then start playing your 2-drops. Third Path Iconoclast is not better because you're not playing Bauble. Okay. Although I'm kind of surprised to see a few card choices here. Hold on. Let me see. Maybe it actually looks kind of good. This is the card I want to see you play in the deck. The Legend Shredder seems really nice. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to Wildfire myself. I mean, I guess maybe double spelling, though, is less of a priority. Alright, well, Boom. Boom is also, worse the longer you wait on it. It's hard to burn a destination event. There's a location for it. I live really close by, so for me it's not. I'm so lucky to live in DFW is a huge hub for Magic. It's one of the biggest Magic hubs in the country, I think. And I'm really lucky to live here and not a place where there's less Magic to be had. Alright. This honestly looks sick. Definitely looks like you put a lot of thought into it. I really hate Otherworldly Gaze. I'd play Thought Scour instead. Thought Scour plays so much better with Arcanist too because it's an actual cantrip. Whoa! Cool. Yeah, I almost definitely play Thought Scour over Otherworldly Gaze. Did I resolve a Wildfire? That's okay. I'd probably play the 4th season Pirate. I'd probably play 4 Spyro 2 Snapcaster. But Snapcaster is playable here. I would recommend Murderous Cut over Terminate. And I would maybe play like 4 bolts. 2 put. I guess you want the you actually want the Murderous Cut or the pushes for Dreadhorde Arcanist. So yeah, I would still recommend Murderous Cut, the first cut over the first Terminate. But I don't know, this does look like tuned and loved. I probably wouldn't play the Xander's Lounge in this kind of deck. I would play like second Watery Grave maybe. Doesn't really matter, but this is just not really the kind of deck I like playing. Murktide, wow. This deck's cool. Again, the issue with these kind of decks is you're so soft to graveyard hate. Oh, I thought they were stealing the Ragavan with Charm here. Dude, they had so many lands. It would have been so much better if I had Wildfire. It's obviously hard to say for sure. Thought about trying to play Permission Sideboard just to make Grixis control game 2 feels bad. Yeah, it's really hard to like do that effectively. Your sideboard looks pretty good. I don't really like the sideboard Inquisitions. You could main deck some number. I basically always hate sideboard Inquisition. I'd probably like max out on pushes before playing the first Thirst. I understand that you're scared of Wrenn and 6, but you know, you could play Pithing Needle instead too. Stop! The spell pierces, please. Never find the 3rd land ever. What a start. Although I guess now I have Heat available for Ledger Shredder, so I can go Heat plus Ragavan maybe. You can also Heat a Murktide now. But I will say that this is probably a good tournament to play this deck at the Hunter Burton. Okay, let's not let them connive. I think I need to end... I can't Heat on my turn. I can't Heat on my turn since... Or sorry, on their upkeep, since if they put an Archon into play, it's just like, I just lose, but now I'll Heat, I guess. We could maybe... I guess they're going to take my Hellraiser with Thoughtseize. But if they don't, we could potentially Hellraiser hit Heat and get lucky. You have to also keep Delirium. No, I made top 8 at 2 Hunter Burtons ago. I can't remember what I played at the last one. Oh, I played Mardu Shadow at the last one with the Obosh deck. I played like 2 leagues and like was like 8-2 or 9-1 with it or something. And it was like right after Lyris was banned. Thoughts on Cottage and Tyvar Kiki combo, replacing Goblin synergies with Self-Mill and Unearthed. There's like definitely a lot of thoughts there. I would certainly need to see some of those ideas hammered out a little bit. If you're talking about Kiki combo, I'm assuming you mean Snoop combo. I think that playing Cottage and like the Snoop mana base that I was playing recently is possible, but tough. But you could look at it for sure. Okay, we'll discard Boom Ragavan. Yeah, that's the main changes. Also, 1 Murderous Cut for 1. 1 Terminate in the main, and then I'd likely like to have another Terminate in the sideboard for Murktide, and I wouldn't play any Inquisitions in the sideboard. I play like a Needle. I played the full 4 pushes before the first Thirst. Castle Ember with the buff to Goblin tokens. Yeah, the number of mountains is kind of awkward, but yeah, you could play 1 maybe. But it's also true, like we're already stuck on like number of fetches versus fetchables plus artifact lands, which is why we're not playing Shinka, we're not playing Sokazan, not playing Castle. But you know, it's a conversation. We won the game. Weird game. I want these hearses. I mostly have the moons in effect for like Tron Titan decks that are really, really cold to it. Because it stops some of my own synergies. Guess they're an Archon deck, huh? Yeah, classic Flood versus Screw, I guess. Could probably trim a Hellraiser. We're bringing in all these sideboard cards. Could probably trim 4th Heat. I have like Dreams of Steel and Oil over decks playing Inquisition of Kozilek. Have I cast that card? Is that like, that's like artifact or creature, right? Let's see what that card does. Artifact or creature. I mean, I think there's a lot of cards that are really important that this misses. Red and 6 being like the biggest one. Fairy's big. Garda's 8 is big. It's also like what artifacts or creatures mana. So this hits Solitude, Yawgmoth, Fury, Omnath, Titan. That Inquisition misses. Oh, an exile. Wait, then you also get to exile a card. That's cool. Misses Fable, yeah. I think I would probably not be brave enough to main deck that over Inquisition, but I don't hate the card. Okay, so it stinks that they have Leyline against my double Hellraiser hand. That means that I can just loot both of them away. It's my only graveyard card. Yeah, I think overall this is like a cool card I hadn't really thought of. So I need to chew on it a little bit, I guess. If I draw a land, I'm probably Wildfiring so I can play Fable as soon as possible. Ragavan also doesn't do much of the Shredder, so if I miss, I'll Demo, I guess. Dad, thank you for the 2 months. Yeah, very cool card name. Has the cool card name advantage. So I want to Bauble on my turn, so if they Archon and I draw Orvar, I can Orvar. We see a Bauble with our Bauble. Alright, but then I turn on the Ledger Shredder. I guess that's fine. Enchants to return to Boros of Mardu Stoneblade. I mean, that deck was, pretty big hit. We'll certainly play the deck again at some point. I just don't know when.
What's up? It's me, your friend, Aspiring Spike.
Very interesting that they're the one with Graveyard Hate post board. I don't know, their deck is so softer. Like, Rest in Peace, Leyline, I don't know, maybe they can, like... Honestly, if they're playing a bunch of Spell Snares... They're playing a pile of Spell Snares, I don't hate it. Oh, weren't they playing Drown game 1? Maybe they weren't playing Drown. I'm gonna jump to Fable. This probably gets countered. Yeah, Shredder just solves everything. They got a Borrower. They're very fine. There's Archon. Pretty scary. If they do Archon me, I could potentially like find an Orvar and then like get the second trigger. Sideways 17 months. Thank you. So I guess I'm trimming Hellraisers post board against the Leyline deck. There's 2 Leylines away. I played a deck like this when I was actually playing. So I was playing Ledger Shredder, Murktide with what's the card? Everybody loves it. It's the Delve creature that gets the abilities of the cards in the yard. So I was playing like I can't remember like any of the names. I really don't want to let them connive again. Yeah, Soul Flare. It was okay. I didn't play very much of it. There's like something... I actually have a hard time even articulating it, but there's something about that list I don't like very much. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'd rather just like loot the Bauble away next turn. Maybe I should have taken this land last turn also. They're drawing 2. Guess digging for Persist. That deck's cool though. What are they needling? Hearse, maybe? I don't know how they would know to name Hearse, but maybe. It is cool that we can Gleeful Demolition that at some point, potentially. Yeah, Reflection. Yeah, that's what they name. There's also like a really good chance they have like almost no more basics. Oh, they have a Murktide though. That's really bad. That's really, well, like with no Hellraisers and like no Delirium, like this is gonna be really hard to answer. It's only a 6/6, I guess. Kind of Wildfire flooded too. Hers too little, too late. Okay, well, I suppose we have a plan. That plan is them drawing Persist and me copying their Archon. So it's now like very much in my favor to let them connive and try to dig for Persist, funny enough. Does Leyline trigger stop over? Shouldn't, no. You still discard it. Yeah. Persist. Dead. I mean, they don't know that I have Orvar, do they? Maybe they saw it with Bauble. Hard for me to cut all the Hellraisers, because they won't always have Leyline. This hand's sick. Okay, so there's a card I really... They don't have the Leyline. If there's a card I really, really want on top, I can not play my Indestructible land, but I think I just want to play the Indestructible land. Now we're swapping Galvanic Blast for Heat. I mean, Heat kills Archon. It just, you know, I don't know. You're not that good at Metalcraft in this deck either. Do you think that looking back, Deck's an old extension been playing Bauble? Extended was a little bit before my time, or at least I have like I have no knowledge about Extended, so I don't know like what synergies with Bauble existed then that you could have been playing, I guess. Yeah, sorry. I don't know what's going on. This is every single match today. I have to scooch this. I forget sometimes, but like it just like usually stays where you leave it, and it's just not staying now. It's so weird. All right, welcome to Getting Spellpierced.tv. Think Oswald could be a decent deck in current meta. It's maybe better with Tyvar now, but I would have to, like, you know, maybe do some more thinking on it. Oh, they only have one land? I know what card we're casting. Panda with the deck tag, and then also Brute Vista with the deck tag. Fable's a pretty good card here. I think I'm just gonna cast the Ragavan though. It's just like too good to not. Yeah, can you post a link now, Panda? I'll get it. Oh, we drew a Fable? Anyways. Red Black Sack Traxo. What a name. Okay, y'all, stop. Stop registering Vat of Rebirth. What are you I love ya. Listen. This card is worse than Goryo's Vengeance. This card is worse than a reanimation effect. Stop registering this. Stop asking about this card in Modern. This is a 4-mana reanimation spell that you need to do a lot of work before you can actually use it. And you could just play a 2-mana card instead that also reanimates your thing, you know? Yeah, maybe like a Pioneer thing, but this is like not a card you can consider playing in Modern. That being said, we can talk about... oh, so this is Pandas. I have a soft spot for Jadar. I don't think Jadar is good enough. Okay, so let's hearse 2 instants or sorceries now because of Murktide. They can't arc on me here. Oh, sorry. I obviously should have cast the Demolition. Discard a Leyline. Wow, 2 Demolitions. So if you are going to marry the Reanimator archetype with this kind of plan, you shouldn't be playing Ob Nixilis. Ob is like not even... I tested Ob really extensively when it first came out. It's not even very good in general, but it's like you need to like make the rest of the deck lean and mean if you're going to play the Atraxas. I think you need to play like... You probably just need to play 4 Atraxa, 4 Goryo's Vengeance, and then... I guess it's kind of awkward that you can't Undying Effect with Goryo's. But I think it should be fine. Or you could play Gristlebrand instead of Atraxa too. But I think in general I like, wouldn't recommend this version, I suppose. You only have 4 discard outlets anyways. Yeah, it's hard for me to get behind this version in general. I think it's... I don't know. I think it's pretty suboptimal. But I could be wrong. At the very least, in these linear decks, Kolaghan's Command is also way worse in your sideboard. Okay, so that was deck for Panda. Is this more than 60 cards? No. What is it? Well, it looks like it is for some reason. Hold on. 10, 32, 40, now it's 60. Looks sick. Read around Bloodchief's Ascension. Dude, I actually very recently thought about that card. I can't remember in what context headband. Very recently. Good to see you in chat, but I very recently thought about that card. So maybe I'll remember what it was. It maybe was like all be one. I don't know. No, that can't be it. This looks sick, Panda. I don't know that you need the like the Saheeli combo necessarily. Like I almost feel like I would just rather not, and then just be in, like you can still have the Kiki combo in the deck, and you can play that will let you play Restoration Angel over Guardian, which I think increases your card quality by a lot. And then Saheeli is, always a card I've disliked in general. Well, they're pinging a token? Dude, they're lit. Like, Ridden 6 sucks. What is this? 2 mana, kill a token? I really like this deck. I was really excited for it today. Cyber looks good too. Yeah, what if we just cut the Saheelis, cut the Guardians, play 4 Restos, and like play the 6 wall? Because I really want the 6 wall too. Yeah, you can play 2 Kiki. 2 Kiki might be fine. I don't know that you need the 2 Kiki. Because I also feel like there's a good chance you like you even side out your Kiki in some games. That could definitely be the reality. Hellraiser seem not the best. Yeah, I think that we maybe are not the best at enabling them in this deck, although we'll see. Like, they're very good with Boom Blast. They're more so late game. You maybe don't play the full 4 in these mono red versions, but we'll see. You can also loot them away early. We also played against Leyline of the Void last game. Can't believe they didn't plus the Ren 6. Nice Ren 6. Nice Teferi. Those cards suck. This is so hard. Yeah, we have DRC too, if We'll see. Alright, I'm gonna boom again. I think they're reanimator, or sorry, creativity. It's kind of a time walk here. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, Boom Bust is not Armageddon that you can also play at 2 mana in red. That's so funny. That's so funny. Okay, we're probably gonna cast the heat on a token. It'll be fine here. They had no plays that turn. The Orvars, two in a row Orvar matchups. Title update. I think it should be updated. You just need to refresh. All right. Well, yeah, that was awesome. Nice. They like really punted by minusing the Ridden 6. Honestly, that was a pretty good game. So I think I'll bring in the Needle and the Orvars over the Galvanic Blasts. They did have a land of the year. They had a fetch land on turn 2. I'm like 99% sure. You could play Blood Moon. So like, I'm mostly thinking of, because Blood Moon turns off your indestructible artifact lands, I think that you only want Blood Moon for like Titan and they should maybe be Maguses instead. But like, I'm thinking that they're like, Blood Moon is like my Titan and Tron sideboard card. I think that the problem with Blood Moon turning off your indestructible is a bit of a problem because you have 12 cards that need your lands to be indestructible. So that's why I'm not bringing it in. We also already have, we have Orvars or sideboard cards too. Is Blood Sun an option? Blood Sun also turns off indestructible. But yeah, you could see a play. You could play the Blood Sun deck in mono red maybe. I don't know. It's tough. I imagine you don't need Moon. Yeah, like they're mostly for Titan, but like you also would bring in Blood Moon against Tron because like why not, right? But I agree. Tron with like Demolition, Cleansing Wildfire, Boom Bust. That's probably just a good matchup. Okay, I don't think I'm so scared of Ridden 6 that I'm needling it right now. Kadotha Rebirth Mark, but it doesn't work in this deck. You have to sacrifice instead. What am I, one Blood? Yeah, I don't think you get main deck Blood Moon, or I don't think you should rather main deck Blood Moon in this deck, but yeah, y'all can build the deck how you want, of course. Maybe getting Spell Pierced here. Hoping that my bridge doesn't get to ferried. How's it going with Souls? It's like okay. I don't know. It's just this keeps happening. We have a lot of momentum, and I lose a lot of momentum, and that's like definitely been the last week or so because my controller broke and I just had to take some time off. So I'm gonna be trying to get more back. I've been practicing a lot off stream, and I because it's been like a week since I've streamed Dark Souls. I really feel that I need a good triumphant return, I guess. And so I'm gonna be trying to just like get a run prepped today off stream and fire up the stream after. So I don't know. Maybe I'm definitely gonna take a break between Magic and Dark Souls today. I need to eat lunch, but I will do everything I can to play Dark Souls today. Okay, no creativity. Second Fable though. Thinking creativity X equals 2. Even if we kill this, if they have a land. Because they have to have land plus creativity. It's going to be hard for us to beat that anyways, to be honest. I'm going to play my land so I can like hardcast Boom Bust, of course. Should have a Soul Stress update command. Maybe. I don't know. It's just the commands are a lot to update, and it's okay. I will really try to stream some Souls tonight, especially because I think I don't know. And that's actually not true. I still need to... It is true I'm going to try, but it's not true that I'm going to have an easy time prepping for tomorrow's stream. Gristlebrand and Snapcaster getting added to Historic. That is so funny that they're adding non-Pioneer legal cards to Magic Arena when Pioneer is still not on the client. It's probably, I don't know. It's so fun. I can't believe it's been like a year since they're like, we're gonna do it. We're gonna get Pioneer on Arena, and it's still like not even that close. 2 years. Well, like a year ago, they said that we're gonna do it for real this time or something like that. I don't know. They keep saying it's just never gonna happen. All right, let's keep that Orvar, huh? Guess I discard these two. Oh, no, I would have needed the... Okay, I guess I can dash Ragavan, and they're going to block with a Dwarf, and then I can Hellraiser here. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 good hits, 1 bad hit, and then 2 lands. They're not blocking? Are you kidding? Why not the Reflection of Needle? Well, I have my own reflection here, is kind of my thought, right? Well, I mean, this is fine. Yeah, they must have creativity, but that's also kind of okay because we have the Orvar, I guess. They said after this release, 95% of the cards registered in PT will be on Arena. Yeah, I don't know. 5% is huge. 5% of cards in the Pro Tour format is a huge number. 5% is everything. Okay, so let's loot away just Ragavan. Maybe Ragavan and Wildfire. Ooh, second Hellraiser. Cast at least one of them here. I guess we exile 3. Boombust is the best hit, of course. We had a Cleansing Wildfire. So I think we'll just cast here. I've been thinking 45 months. Appreciate you, buddy. Here since day 1. Yeah, that's true. If they honestly, like, if they just didn't make alchemy cards, Pioneer would be on Arena. I don't know. So they don't have creativity, I guess. So we get to go... We're almost definitely getting to Boombust, right? Because we get to go Heat, put the card in the graveyard, Hellraiser, copy Hellraiser, so we get... Oh, you know what? I should be doing this Hellraiser first, though. Oh, no, this is wrong. I guess it's still fine. It's still fine. I get to just spend 6 mana. Oh, they're also dead. They're just dead to my flyers. Okay. I was just so consumed with Boombusting there that they're just dead. How often do you find yourself losing track of game pieces, plays, remembering too late? How to deal with that? I mean, all the time. I deal with it by just moving on with my life. Like, this is something that's, you know, I don't say that often, but I intentionally play quickly on Magic Online, and I'm like half my attention is focused on chat and, like, you know, keeping the pace of the stream fast. It's like very, very important for my you know, career that I'm able to play quickly and that I'm able to keep the pace of the stream interesting and engaging. And, you know, I long ago made the decision that if that comes at the cost of making more mistakes, that just is how it is, you know. It is what it is. How's it go? But Maker felt, I think, pretty good. Like, it's also nice to just have, like, the main deck shatter effect and, like, like, look right here. I just get to go boom. Could also kill the Stoneforge Mystic. Probably should kill the Stoneforge Mystic and not lose to Random Cauldron here. Yeah, I guess I will say that, like, keeping track of it, being like, okay, on March 7th at 10:50, I got super stun locked from a shitty comment, and then I made like the more mistakes in one game than I ever have. I think just moving on with your life is way healthier. Good old reality chip. Yeah, I'm really excited about this list. I wanted to play the Mardu list first, but this is like, you know, S tier backup. Like, what other stream is like this the backup deck? You know what I mean? I'm pretty proud of how things have been the last. Okay, so this is Artifact and Land, so we get Delirium immediately. I think I'll also discard the Wildfire, although you could definitely keep it here. Yeah, 1 has been a big blessing. For sure. Ooh, we get to bust next turn. Anybody like busting in the chat? No! Yeah, that's fine. Better they counter that than the bust, I suppose. Yeah, they play land. Hopefully they tap out. Alright, tapping out. Yeah, we talked about Darksteel Citadel, but you have 21 mana spells that cost a single red, and you have a triple red Capricious Hellraiser. So I think the number of the appropriate number of Citadels is either 1 or 0, and I'm at 0 at the moment. I guess I could have paid. I think it's better to have an extra land than to pay. Let's keep that on top. We even get to copy the Hellraiser next turn too. So yeah, so we don't have any artifact hate in the sideboard because we have the 4 main deck Gleeful Demolitions. Can bring in my Needle. Can bring in some number of explosives. I don't think we've busted off Hellraiser this league, but we've done it in the past. A couple different decks. It's a pretty good combo. I don't want to over sideboard. Like, they'll probably bring in some Graveyard Hate so we can, like, trim a Hellraiser. Graveyard Hate for Thopter combo. So, like, hers can be played around pretty easy. You also have, like, we also have, you know, Gleeful Demolition and Pithing Needle for a Thopter combo. And Thopter combos, like, you know. I don't know, I'm not that scared of it overall. Maybe I should be in this kind of deck. Yeah, so, yeah, I know people always want... Blood Moon is just an anti-Titan sideboard card, I think. It, like, turning off your own indestructible land is a big problem for this deck, but, like, against Titan it's okay. Yeah, the artifacts aren't indestructible anymore. This hand's awesome. Full 4E, yeah, I'm just, like, Sanctifier is a big problem, so, like, they're mostly, and also Rhinos is on the rise, so I felt pretty okay about playing the full 4EE today. Yeah, this card is like so nice right now in the main deck too. Would this deck be Pioneer playable without Boom Bust? Well, you don't have any of the. These are all Modern Horizons 2 cards, so I don't think so. All right, so we need to kill the Stoneforge Mystic main phase. Imagine being on the play this game. Yeah, dirty, disgusting Modern Horizons 2 cards. They put Thopter Foundry in the yard, so I guess I should be... Maybe I'll just kill both of these things next turn. Seems okay. The Esper Sentinel is going to continue to be a thorn in our side. We can go double boom next turn, maybe. And then follow it up with a Fable. Doesn't seem like a bad plan. I want to kill the Engineer main phase, because if they do play an artifact land, it's like a big problem for us. Another Stoneforge is a horrible, though. I guess if they don't have a land, we can boom them off of Stoneforge activation. Let me see their top card. It's not a land. Okay, then we can kill the Stoneforge. Things have definitely turned in our favor. If I guess they're likely to sack this in for a card next turn if they don't have another land. That's okay. And then probably best to hold this for Fable than to play it here. They did draw the lamb. And they cash it in for a card. So we discard the bridge, then we have Hellraiser online. Guess we could technically attack first, I don't really know. Okay, let's not bust, let's just boom. I think I target the plains, right? When I was playtesting this deck last night, I think I played against Titan 2 or 3 times in a row. I lost to it one time, so I wasn't sure. This has been awesome so far, though. Demo seems like a weird card against artifact destruction is relevant pretty often. Well, like it's either like it's usually just 1 mana make 3 1/1s, which is very good. That's very efficient rate in Modern. 1 mana 3 1/1s. And it is also incidental artifact hate against like Hammer and Titan and other decks. That's your Belcher, yeah. No. Is there room for Fury? I don't know. Fury's tough. You could play Fury over Hellraiser. I think that if you add Fury to the deck, you're not meeting Hellraiser's requirements. I think Hellraiser is also really good in the list. I know. It is, you know, sometimes it takes a while to cast it, but when you cast it, it's crazy. And sometimes you can cast it early. Yes, and then, yeah, I don't know, there's a lot of artifacts. Huh. We could just make 6 1/1s. I think I was gonna make 6 1/1s on turn 2. Can you demolition your own bridge and still get the goblins? Yeah, that's why they're here. We're not just main decking Shatter. That's not so bad. Yeah, and then we just have like, 3 removal spells to get through like Thalia and stuff. If I was on the draw, I'd probably kill the Vial. Merfolk, huh? I thought this was like the mono white Emeria deck. That was Pioneer Solo. These are all dirty, disgusting Modern Horizons 2 cards. I hate myself every time I register any card printed in that set. I even hate saying the name Modern Horizons 2. Death from Above, the deck tag, and post link in chat. Happy to take a look. So if they have a Force of Negation plus 2 mana Lord, we get kind of blown out. Dude, 2 mana, turn 2, 6 3 1/1s, and then 3 1-for-1s. Crazy. What a game. On the play, too. Red mid-range. 8 Fable of the Mirror Breaker. 8 Fury. 8 Ragavan. What are you doing? It's funny because you can't play. I just something went wrong here, right? I think this is like the Hayashi list, right? Magma Jet I think is really bad. I think it's like completely unplayable compared to other options. It's like worse than it's like a worse Bone Crusher Giant in general. It's also like Bone Crusher Giant that like you're literally just playing like Magma Jet and Shadow Skull Smashing to lose Obosh, which is 100% not worth it. And like, and I know I love Hayashi. Hayashi's awesome, but Hayashi is also like more interested in playing fun cards, I think, than like tuning the best version of Mono Red Obosh or Mono Red whatever. This is my opinion on Magma Jet. It's like completely unplayable, and it's much worse than many other options. Yeah, I would play 8 Ragavans if I could. Just kidding. I actually don't think I would. I don't know. Like he also like he had 4 Sokinzons. Like you should only play 1 Sokinzon. Yeah, could you? This is actually kind of hard to look at. Can you like send me? Thank you, Death. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. No. So. Okay. So Shadow Skull Smashing is not better than Obosh. I know that if you have Stonebrain in the sideboard, you lose Obosh, but like this is not better than Obosh, and it's like not even like close, really. I also really dislike. I've always really disliked like these. Oh, so you're playing Urza Saga too, but you're also playing all 1-drops. I don't know. I think that Urza Saga in these like monocolor decks with like not a lot of artifacts and like no way to recur Urza Saga. Saga is like just not a very good card. And then like not only is Saga not that good, you have Brittle Effigy and like Lantern of Lost in your deck. I would not be playing Saga. I also don't think that Stonebrain is amazing. It's okay. It's like a fine sideboard card, but I overall I'm not like a big like losing Obosh postboard play fan. Saga solos people. It really doesn't. It really doesn't solo people. Also, like you should be. I think Moon over Saga is better in general in this archetype, just on a very surface level. Moon over Saga. But like also like I play a decent number of Saga decks, and Saga very rarely solos people at this point. At the beginning of Modern, sure, but there's basically no Modern player who's gonna just be super cold to Saga tokens. They are all either like faster than your Sagas, or they have Alpine Moons and Haywire Mites and Wear and Tears and Blood Moons and like Dress Downs. Like people are ready. They are ready to beat Urza Saga. I would not play Eidolon over Bo. I would play Obosh for sure. Like I think without Obosh, I'm like not even very interested in this archetype. Obosh is the last good companion in Modern. I wanna get to play Obosh. I think we got the Boom Bus. Like the 4th Wildfire, maybe. I kind of want all 4 Wildfires. Got the 4th Hellraiser. So again, this is kind of like a lot of loose thoughts on a deck that has a lot of different versions. But I also kind of want to point you towards this deck. I only have played 1 league with it. I 4-1 the 1 league, but this is the all will be 1 combo in the Obosh deck. I can go ahead and link it in the chat. I think that this deck has a lot of potential. I've only played 1 league, but I think that the combo fits really well in the deck, and the combo is pretty good. There's a few different ways you could build it too. But this is like how I like, this is kind of like the new tech too, so it's like worth exploring. But in general, play Obosh, don't play Shadow Skull Smashing, and then play Blood Moon over Urza Saga. I've tried that list, but it feels good but less versatile. Yeah, I think less versatile is also like, people say this a lot, being less versatile is just fine, and in my opinion. Sometimes your decks are just less versatile because you're a mono red deck and there's not a lot you can do about it. I think just like embracing that is good. Do I ever like explosives on 0 and demo my own explosives for mana efficiency? Feeling the graveyard for Hellraiser. I have 2 explosives. And I want to hit my 3rd land drop really bad. I think I do. House of Delirium. This is a weird line though. Like, yeah, it's okay to be less versatile if you're like a powerful Blood Moon deck with a good companion. Versatility is like you're never going to be that versatile as a mono red deck in general. you're going to be, you know, obviously you have some degree with like Blast Zone and like Fable and Spyro and stuff, but you're just never going to be that versatile, and that's okay. Yeah. I feel like my RNG is bad. That's why I like having a lot of outs. Yeah, I don't know. It's just not real. But I think that just like not being afraid anymore is a big level up moment. Okay, so we'll grave like this for Delirium / land drops. Kind of weird line. We can draw if we can either like attack with a Fable token or find a artifact land. We can explosives on 2 also. But yeah, these are my thoughts too, and I will say that like I've played, you know, I played a lot of the mono red deck when Chandra Just to Kill came out. I do like that card a lot. I would basically always play the first copy, like over the Phoenix of Ash. If you're playing that, I play one Chandra at least, and then Chandra's better with all be one. But I also like have a lot less experience with the archetype than other players too. Like my opinion like matters less for mono red than Hayashi's does, you know. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with doing it how Hayashi does it. But I also think just like copying Hayashi's latest list like doesn't usually give you like super good new tech either. See 2-3 Chandra. Yeah, yes. At least always the first one I think for the Chandra in my opinion. But yeah, you definitely playing more is fine. Yeah, Bonecrusher River Magma Jet I like as well. Is EE for 3+ a reason to be playing Slagwood Bridges? Yeah, you could be playing like honestly like Ragavan is another reason to be playing like all the different colors. I thought about it a little bit. It's kind of like an annoying like thought tree to be honest. I think that there's really almost no situation you explosives on 3. I guess maybe against Nettle Cyst. But like I mean maybe against Rhinos you explosives on 3 every once in 1,000 turns. But overall it doesn't matter that much, yeah. I think that the best colors for the like Ragavan purposes too are blue and white because they let you cast a fairy. Which somehow always feels like the most relevant. Like, and blue lets you cast iteration and like stuff. I don't know. If I'm tired of Murktide, what is the closest deck I'd pivot your deck to? The Grixis Shadow, I guess. I think Shadow of the Breach is pretty good. We were like 10-0 with it one day recently. Ooh, now I could explosives on 2. Huh. Explosives on 1, not looking too bad though. Okay, well now we'll just play the stupid Fable. Well, no, that's not what I'm saying, Ross. I'm saying those are the cards you're hitting off Ragavan. So, like, for your dual Indestructible lands, you need like blue is the best color. So maybe we should have 4 of the blue ones. I don't know. Maybe you're just memeing. I should have kept the. I guess we could maybe cast Needle off. I mean, the Needle, the vials don't really matter much at this point, honestly. I guess I'll just discard just Bauble. Okay, let's go to combat. I'm kind of worried about a Merfolk Trickster. I don't know if they just go Trickster block Channeler, that's okay. I don't know if I kill the Trickster though. I probably need to like instead kill Tideshaper so that I can cast Hellraiser post combat. Yeah, that seems better. Have we lost a game this league? Okay, we lost one game against the blue-black Reanimator Shredder deck. Did we lose game 1 of match 1? Can't remember. Okay, well I didn't. So I guess I hold the heat. Three drop gets Aether Gusted. Terrible. I got 2 cards in their hand. We're feeling pretty good. No EE on 1? I don't know. It's like, I have... My channeler is like soloing them, so... I don't know that I want to EE on 1. I would prefer to play it on 2 at some point this game, I think. Because I don't want to surveil the Hellraiser away. Okay, well, we're 4-0. 5-0 with Elves yesterday. We're 4-0 with this deck. Let's fucking go. We probably don't mulligan this, but... we probably don't mulligan this, but we do need an indestructible land. Could be Hammer. It is true that you could also boom bust off of a fetch land. You target the fetch land and you just fetch in response. Yeah, Gruul LB1 was a trophy too. Is Demolition better than Rebirth because you can hit opponents' things? That, but also like Rebirth is sacrifice. This is target destroy, so you can target your own indestructible land and keep it around. I consider Flame Slasher LB1 and notice to go face. I think that I would rather have things go face because they start the loop right. Dude, I haven't seen Smith and Hammer in a long time. I got some good draws here. Hellraiser's the worst draw by a lot. So if a card like Boom Bust has 2 targets, it doesn't. You do get to do the. It does work. It does work. I promise. Okay. Gotta pass. Not Hammer Affinity. Could honestly still be Hammer. Like this is not a card that Hammer never plays, but yeah, I agree. More likely to be Affinity. Okay, now definitely Affinity. I kept doing this for a long time. I kept thinking for sure it was Affinity and not Hammer, and then it just like obviously wasn't. All right, awkward draws. We really needed a land. I never found. I didn't find one. I also kind of feel like I at this point should probably Demolition. No, I need to Demolition a token. That sucks though. So if they attack with their construct, I can Demolition the other blocker maybe. Maybe like flip a portable hole or something. Gonna have to get a little lucky. Could draw like second Demolition and have their hand be bad. Does look like we're getting in with Ragavan, so like drawing Demolition or flipping portable hole seems like a good start here. Land doesn't seem too bad, so now we can at least play our Fable. Alright, we're just gonna send the Fable. Hopefully their hand is kind of mediocre. We'll see. They have 5 cards though, so it's kind of hard for them to have like nothing. I feel like they don't have Urza. That fetch land would have been sacrificed already if they had Urza, right? Thought Monitor maybe? Thought Monitor costs 3? Or is that portable hole last turn? Not on the top of the library. Wait, doesn't Thought Monitor cost 2? Oh, that's bad. Fuck. We should be running many more fetches to play well with Boom, right? How? Like we're like how we were playing 9 indestructible lands. I think that's the right number or close to it. We have 6 fetchables, which is like bare minimum with 4 wildfire. How do you play more fetchables? More lands, I guess? I don't think so. Gross. Screw into Flood, huh? No, you don't bring in Blood Moon for Sagas in this deck. It's only a Titan and Tron sideboard card, I think. It turns off your Indestructible, which is really important. And you already have, we have Explosives and Boom Buster and Wildfire for Saga. Needle too, maybe. No, I don't think we can cut all the Razors. I think trimming one is fine. Like, I know what Razor was bad that game, but it's like, we had like 4 3-drops at our 2-land hand. It's just, it's always going to look bad. Although, maybe I just cut the Boom Bust and I still have Explosives and Wildfires for Sagas. I don't know, man. Cutting all the Boom Busts, like, on the play is kind of weird. Kind of makes sense, though. No, Ragavan's fine. Ragavan's good in the play. Saga doesn't solo? I mean, it literally didn't solo me there, but whatever. Okay, keep this. It was like Saga into Nettlesys, Thought Monitor, Portable Hole. Is Blast even good? I don't know. I mean, they've got creatures. I feel like the removal spells are fine. You could trim. Obviously, don't play a ton in this matchup, right? I'd say it looks pretty good. So looking for land, so we can maybe go Channeler plus Explosives on 0 next turn. Oh, they Rebuke? Sure. Still gonna cycle the Bauble, because I would love to draw the Mountain. What does Demolition do if we target our land? You get 3 1/1s. 3 1/1s for 1 mana. Is that pretty good? Okay, so maybe we Wildfire this turn, then we can go Channeler Explosives. We'll see what we draw. We'll see what we draw. Explosivesing the Ornithopters to turn off Affinity is pretty important. I think that like ramping here is also really nice. If they have the Metallic Rebuke, it doesn't really matter. I guess I could have baited with like Explosives on 0, but I want to get the Surveil trigger. Dude, they have so many counter spells post board. Spell Pierce and Rebuke is kind of wild. Probably oversight boarded. Kind of worry about Thoughtcast. Teferi too. Where are your artifacts? They didn't bounce a land. That's good for me. We could play. Yeah, I need to sack the Explosives before I Demolition myself. And turning off Affinity is nice. Yeah, it might have been a mistake. My opponent said that they were. Yeah, they said they're a beginning player. Yeah, this is definitely cool that you can splash here a little bit. I think I'm probably gonna Demolition my own land here. Get Explosives on a higher number, of course. Double Surveil so I can have something impactful next turn, or likely something impactful is nice. Fill up the yard for a potential Hellraiser is important too. RCQ started with Izzet Prowess Breach. Good luck, good luck. Their draw was so weird this game. I know this is kind of weird. I'm actually think I just like Explosives on 3. No. It's not just like throw our last card away. Let's actually send the tokens at Teferi, so if they have a spot removal spell, it's just not that effective. I was thinking that like just racing is important, but I think I'm still racing pretty well. It'd be great if they have double Portable Hole, Explosives on 1. Have I tried Demigod of Revenge? I played Demigod of Revenge in like Mono Red Devotion, and it's like really fun, but not very good. If they started to pay cost, they must have a Thought Monitor, which currently costs 6 mana. So I could Explosives on 1 to try to keep them off of it, but I think that's probably not optimal. Great. Yeah, Castle, the mana's tough, because like I would play like more fetch lands if I could, but there's not room. There's just not room for more fetches. But I would if I could, if there was like room. So like I especially don't feel like I have room for oh, perfect. Wow. Love that. I guess I should no, it's I'll just heat on my turn so that I can get 2 surveils instead of 1. Yeah, you can also play Shinka, Sokuzan, there's just not any room. At least it's my first opinion, I don't know. Yeah, deck's pretty sick. Don't really want to make too many changes. Kind of considering cutting the 8th removal spell, but I don't really want 4th Hellraiser. I think it's just okay to run it back. Can I play Anviltron again? I will at some point. I don't know. It's just like I don't like to like there's so many brews to play at the moment that I'm not like super interested in just like playing Anviltron. Just to like, you know, have Anviltron Fridays or whatever. Is Hellraiser worth the spot? Hellraiser's so sick. It's just like people always I don't know. Hellraiser's great. It's been I think very good this league, and it's just a really powerful effect that we meet the requirements. Hellraiser is a really powerful card when you meet the requirements for it. It's not that easy to meet the requirements for it. But when you do meet it, it is very good in my opinion. Explosives is really nice. The problem is I don't want explosives on 1 because of the channeler, right? I think you should add 1 ruins over a fetch. I mean, the difference between 1 ruins and 1 fetch is so negligible; it almost will never matter. But like, I would also prefer to play more fetches if I could. So it's not. I don't know. Let me cook. I'm 4-0. Let's play for the trophy. Okay, Delirium. Good to know about the Thought Monitor. I definitely need to like be shattering and keeping them off of Affinity. 3 cards in their hand. One of them is Thought Monitor. Fable's a pretty good play for next turn. Let's go to keep that. Lose a lot of Surveil, but I don't know. It's okay if we just like our top card, right? So finding an explosives now would be really nice because they're going to portable hold this, but I think I still keep the reflection. Fairly certain being 4-0 doesn't say much about itself. You could stick with a 5. Yeah, I mean, I know being 4-0 doesn't say a ton, but also like I also can't say very much about what to change. Is also like why you just need to let me cook. Is because I need to form opinions by playing the deck more. But yeah, it is also, you know, part of it, right? We played the Gora deck and Stream deck. Yeah, we played it before this. Feels like about as good as the other version, honestly. Curve is maybe a little high. Main deck Shatter is more powerful than Universe Removal. We definitely got pretty lucky also, yeah, that like three of our opponents at least have like main deck targets for the Shatter. How do you decide which fetches to run in Monocolor decks? I honestly I don't honestly put too much thought into it. It doesn't really matter to me. I know that it's technically correct to split them as much as possible. The aesthetics of split fetch lands like make my brain upset. I don't know. So I don't usually like to do it. Yeah, we get tokens if we target the land. We wouldn't be playing it if we couldn't, but it's cool that you have now 12 cards that can target these indestructible lands for like good value. And then you have Bust and, you know, this Unctus, let's go. I love Unctus. Unctus plus Esper Sentinel is pretty good, actually. So I'm going to be able to pay 2 for Sentinel here. Is Hellraiser good? No, they're not on a Spike Brew, but Unctus in their deck is like actually makes a lot of sense to me. This is the Unctus. It's a good top deck, the Citadel. They're pretty behind though. We also about to have Fable Hellraiser going. Or yeah, this one's Capricious Hellraiser. They probably don't have a basic planes. They maybe they probably never mind. I'm just gonna target here. They might. I guess also like targeting their card lets me surveil a bit better. It was better to target their card. Yeah, it's not about taking them off white either. Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I'm not sure which was better to target. I don't think in this game it really mattered very much. So they have the option to go to 1 or make some blocks here. What if we get Ephemerated here? That'd be so crazy. They block. Yeah, I've been kind of craving some wall action lately. We'll see. I think honestly it's like more important that we get to like surveil 1, draw a card, like instead and like find something to do this turn. I think that's more important than ramping. Which is why which is the real reason to target them. How would you randomly choose cards from the graveyard? You just pick them up, shuffle them. Just pick them up, shuffle them. It's fine. And then like flip them face down. Your opponents will choose 3. Okay, they're gonna need like a dispatch here. If I go copy Hellraiser, they dispatch Hellraiser, we probably lose. I'm gonna try to get a surveil before. Anything else here though? I'm not gonna play around it also. Oh no. GG. Dude, not only did we 5-0 our first league with this deck, we like destroyed our opponent here. Like, this rebuke doesn't even do anything. Yeah, I also miss Fable. Although, yeah, Fable's really busted, but it's also, like, just a card that, like, it's hard to understand how good it is without playing with it. I think we only dropped... We lost game 1 of that last match. And then we lost one of the games in round 1. Sick list, though.